You've heard of AI answering questions, right? But what if an AI could be your entire data science team? It's a massive, game-changing idea for basically any business out there. But it's this huge dream that could also be an incredible danger, and that's exactly what we're going to dive into today.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We're not talking about a little helper tool here. We are talking about one single AI that can take a complex business problem, dream up a solution from scratch, and actually put it into action. It sounds like straight-up science fiction, I know. But believe it or not, this is happening right now.
So, you might be asking, why is everyone so excited about this? What is the big deal? Well, it's because it promises to finally crack a problem that has been holding back companies for years, what we call the data science bottleneck. And this bottleneck, it all comes down to one thing, the expertise gap. You see, a great data scientist isn't just one person with one skill. They have to be like 5 people rolled into one. They need the business sense of a strategist, the sharp mind of a statistician, the chops of an engineer, and the eye of a designer. Finding that person, I mean, it's basically like hunting for a unicorn. And that's why so many companies just get stuck.
So to get around this unicorn problem, this impossible search, the solution people are turning to is, well, a new kind of AI. And yeah, it's got a super technical name, a large language model-based data science agent. It's a mouthful, I know. So let's just call it what it is, an AI analyst.
Now, it's really important to get this. We are not talking about another chatbot here. This is a whole different beast. This is an autonomous system. That means it can reason, it can plan, it can execute. You just give it a command in plain English and it figures it out. The whole workflow, from start to finish. So what does that actually look like? Okay, imagine you tell it, hey, look through our sales data and find anything that looks like fraud. That's it. From that one sentence, the AI is off to the races. It's cleaning the data, building a fraud detection model, running the analysis, and then coming back to you with the results, all on its own. Okay, so that's the dream, right? The big promise. But how does it actually hold up in the real world? Let's take one of these AI agents on a little journey through a typical project and see where it really shines and, where it completely falls apart. We'll look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. And to do that, we're going to look at the 6 key stages of any data science project. This is basically the standard life cycle. Think of this as the report card for our AI analyst. We're going to hit the big ones to see how it scores. Okay, stage 1, business understanding. And right away, a really clear pattern emerges. If you give the AI a super specific task, like analyze customer churn in Q3, it's fantastic, it knows exactly what to do. But if you give it something vague, something a human would understand, like help us increase sales, it just freezes. It's like a deer in the headlights. It has no idea how to turn that broad business goal into actual concrete steps. Then we get to the analysis and visualization stage. And look, the AI is an absolute machine at generating charts and spitting out stats. It's great at that. The problem? It has zero common sense. It's missing that crucial domain context. So it might find a perfect correlation between ice cream sales and shark attacks and present it to you as a major finding. It doesn't have the real-world knowledge to understand, oh, that's just because it's summer. It can't separate a genuine insight from a totally random coincidence. And this same pattern, it plays out through the whole middle of the project. The AI is a powerhouse at the technical stuff. But then we get to the final and maybe most important stage, deployment. And here we hit a brick wall. The agent can write the code to launch the model, no problem. But after that, it completely washes its hands of it. It doesn't monitor the model in the real world to see if it's still accurate. This is something called concept drift, and it's a huge deal. It's like building a self-driving car that works perfectly on a sunny day, but has no clue what to do when it starts raining. A human team would never let that happen. So, okay, we're seeing a mixed bag, right? The AI has some seriously impressive skills, but it also has these massive, glaring blind spots. But honestly, all of that pales in comparison to the real problem, the one that's lurking just under the surface, and it might just be a deal breaker for this whole idea. Because the biggest issue isn't what these agents can do, it's what they're missing. It's the fact that almost all of them are being built without a safety switch.
I want you to listen to this. A recent paper surveyed 45 of these data science agents, the top ones out there. And what they found is, frankly, it's terrifying. Over 90% of them have no explicit trust and safety features built in. Just let that sink in for a second. More than 9 out of 10.
And the researchers who wrote the paper, they did not pull any punches. Their conclusion was that without these guardrails, these AI agents are basically a ticking time bomb. They're vulnerable to hallucinating, just making stuff up, to spreading harmful biases that are already in the data, and to creating massive security risks.
So when we talk about trust and safety, what are we actually talking about? Well, it's a few key things. It means you can trust it to be fair, so it's not making biased decisions when it comes to things like who gets a loan. It means it's explainable. You can ask it, hey, why did you do that? And it could actually tell you. And crucially, it means there's always human oversight, a real person who can step in and say, whoa, stop, if things are going off the rails.
Look, this is a pretty sobering picture, but it's not all doom and gloom. This doesn't mean the dream of the AI analyst is dead. It just means we have to be a lot smarter about how we build it. So, what does that blueprint for a trustworthy agent actually look like?
The path forward is actually pretty clear. Remember how they struggle with vague prompts? Well, the future is agents that can ask clarifying questions just like a human would. To fight hallucinations, we need to build in things like debugging and unit testing so the AI is constantly checking its own work. We have to bake in security from the very beginning, not as an afterthought. And we need to create feedback loops so humans can actually teach the AI what a good answer looks like.
So where does that leave us? This technology is moving at an absolutely breakneck pace, and yeah, the potential is just mind-blowing. It could change everything. But at the end of the day, the biggest question isn't what can this AI do? The real question, the one we all have to grapple with, is can we ever really trust it?